Now, ABC is reporting this, and we believe that they're getting their information from people up on Capitol Hill, so maybe from Tillis himself. We know that Jeanine Pirro was meeting with Todd Blanche, the acting attorney general, and there would be no move to drop the case without the president's permission. And one had to think, oh, there's a text coming in, I guess, on X from Jeanine Pirro any minute now. We can see what she has to say about it.
This is live news, guys.
Yes, this is how
it unfolds.
This is live news, and she's saying a comprehensive report in short order. I'm confident the outcome will assist in resolving once and for all. They're going to ask the Inspector General for the Federal Reserve to scrutinize the building cost overruns. And she says that I expect a comprehensive report in short order and am confident the outcome will assist in resolving once and for all the questions that led this office to issue subpoenas. Accordingly, I have directed my office to close our investigation as the Inspector General undertakes this inquiry. Note well, however, that I will not hesitate to restart a criminal investigation should the facts warrant doing so. Okay, so that is what we were expecting to happen, and that's the thing that we always said, well, why didn't the president just do that? Right. But the idea that she is saying she could restart, that is something that will not sit well with Jay Powell and with the Fed, because at this point, he's got no other leverage. He still would be, in theory, facing criminal jeopardy if they decided that there was some fact they wanted to try. It doesn't change the way I see it. It doesn't, and I'm not a lawyer. The way I see it, it doesn't change the situation for Powell, because they're still investigating what happened, and there was sort of no grounds that anybody could find for the charges or for the effort the first time. So they could still make something up out of the Inspector General's report, unless the Inspector General comes out on the first page and says, there's absolutely nothing wrong. But I would imagine that investigating a $2.6 billion building project, you'd find something. Yep. So I wonder how the Fed is going to view this.
Well, you wonder how Chairman Powell and his legal advisors will interpret this.
Yeah. He had said until this investigation is finally brought to a conclusion, and I'm not sure that it is being brought to a conclusion.
But so this is an off-ramp for Jeanine Pirro, right?
It's an off-ramp for the time being. It may be their peace offering to Tom Tillis to see if he will then let the confirmation go forward.
Yeah.
My question here, has Tom Tillis ever raised concerns about the Fed renovation expenses? Is that his concern? I mean, I know he said he wanted to get this out of the way, but does he have any doubt or skepticism over what has happened at the Fed?
He doesn't seem to think that there's any problem. He mentioned that at the confirmation hearing for Kevin Warsh. 7 members of the banking committee came out and said they didn't think there was any particular problem with what had gone on. They didn't see any reason that they might end up needing to have a criminal proceeding against Jay Powell. Is this going to be enough for them? That's going to be the question. And you wonder if this is the way we've seen this Justice Department work, is to kind of stretch things, go right up to the line. And this may be another case of that, and they may, we'll have to see if the Fed, if it's enough for Powell and the Fed.
Well, perhaps I think the way you phrased that, Michael, maybe the next step might be, is this enough for Mr. Tillis, for Senator Tillis?
Yeah. Well, there's 2 things here. One is who's going to be chairman of the Fed and when, which if Tillis is satisfied with this, then the committee can vote him out, can vote Warsh's nomination out, and then they have to get it to the floor. That could be done fairly quickly, although the time is a little tight. But the idea of whether Powell leaves the Fed or stays on as governor, even if Tillis agrees to let the vote go forward, that's still going to be an open question. And if we don't get anything out of the Fed, you know what I'm going to be asking next Wednesday.
So do we expect, I'm not sure, Senator Tillis, should we expect a response from him today? Does he feel the need to be that quick in his I guess, observance of this and his comments?
Well, I don't know if we can expect anything. Part of it would be how much has he been briefed on this?
Okay.
Did the Justice Department talk to him about this already? And, does he know enough that he could make a decision? If not, we'll probably hear from him in the next 24 hours or so because everybody's going to be after him.